tomorrow night. And so I figured it'd be fun, not only for myself, but to see how well I can do. Because I followed last couple of years I followed this sports guy, and so now he has this channel where he has a setup where you actually have to pay a subscription to check out his videos. So I figured it'd be fun for me just to come on and make my picks. Maybe I do them I do them every day. I do them the day before. I do them the day before. Make my picks, and maybe if you desire to, if you want to, you can make your picks. But yeah, make your picks before the game starts on Thursday. Make them between now and Thursday night, and we can see who does the best. Maybe I give out a cash prize or something at the end of the season to see who does the best. But I'm gonna pick them with the spreads in mind. So for those that are do the lines and everything, I'm gonna pick the teams with the lines, and I'm gonna say the best for last. I'm gonna say the best for last. So Friday night we got Kansas City and the Chargers, and I never go against Mahomes. Mahomes at home and Andy Reid. I would never go against them. But the Chargers are pretty good on defense. They're pretty good on defense. They got a good squad, and they're giving Kansas City's giving the Chargers 3 points, and that's because they're home and they know that the Chargers have good defense. So I was kind of going back and forth with this, but like I said, I can't go against Mahomes at home. So I'm gonna take Kansas City with this, even though I'm not like this is like I say this is for entertainment purposes only, just to see how well I can do. But I'm gonna take, and I skipped the Thursday night game. You know why? I skipped the Thursday night game. I'm gonna say that the best for last. So anyway, I'm gonna take. I would take Kansas City, because if they're gonna win, they're gonna win by 3 or more. So even if you take the 3 points, it'll be a push, and let's say win by 2. So anyhow, I'll take Kansas City and give it 3 points against the Chargers, because I don't want to go against Mahomes. You don't want to go against Mahomes at home. He's already probably pissed off because they lost in the Super Bowl. So anyway, the first game I'll take on Friday night. I would take Kansas City against the Chargers. And so second game I got on here is Pittsburgh and the Jets. Now, the Jets got a good defense. They have a great defense, rather, but they don't have a quarterback on that team. They don't have a quarterback on that team, and Aaron Rodgers is another quarterback that you really don't want to go against, especially back in his heyday when he played with Green Bay. Back in his heyday, he was great, and I think he made more of an effort than he did when he was with the Jets. More of an effort, and it's a better coach. Maybe he admires and respects the coach Tomlin more than the coach he had in New York. So I figure that he goes back to the Jets, and it's not snowing or anything, so you got to worry about the weather. So I figure Rodgers goes back to the Jets, and they beat them by more than 3. So I take Pittsburgh and give it 3 points with them too. So you got the Dolphins and the Colts. I live in South Florida, so who else I'm gonna go with? I gotta go with. I forgot. I forgot that Ocho Cinco. He went back to Miami. He played for Miami for a couple of months, and then he got into that trouble. And then they got rid of him. But I forgot he had went there. But yeah, I watched A Football Life. If you haven't seen A Football Life, it's a great documentary about Ocho Cinco. It's on YouTube, so check it out. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. But anyway, Colts and the Dolphins. I have to go with Miami. Miami. Last year they Hill was upset. He left the game, so I figured he's gonna be eager to prove himself. And if you like to do the player props, you probably want to put Tyreek Hill on your player props, depending on what the player props are. So I would take. I'll take the Dolphins as a pick. If you want to, that's up to you. But like I say, and like I said, you can post your picks, whatever your picks are. Post them in the comment section below, and I'll write them down. And that way we'll have like a little fun every week. just give something, make the season more entertainment than it already is. Because obviously, I don't have any hopes at all. But you never know. The season's a long season. Anything can happen. But they should never got rid of Parsons. But anyhow, I said that game for the last pick. But anyway, I'll take the Dolphins with that. It's a pick game, so I'll take the Dolphins. And then you got Carolina. You got Carolina against Jacksonville. Now both of these teams are garbage. But they got the South Florida native. They got Travis Hunter. So I would lean towards Jacksonville and give up the 3.5. And I think hopefully Travis Hunter has a big game. So I would take Jacksonville in that game. 3.5 is a lot, but Carolina. Well, I don't know. Hold on, let me think about that for a second. Because towards the end of the season last year, Carolina started playing really good. They started playing really good. So I may. I still get a. I don't like that half point, but I like the half point. I'm putting my glasses up. I can't see without my specs. Let's read some of your comments. Hold on. Don't talk about the Cowboys yet. Hold on. I haven't got to the Cowboys yet. Let me go to the rest of the picks, and then we'll talk about the Cowboys. I'm doing the Cowboys last because I'm a Cowboys fan. So let me do them last. Let me go through these picks first. But yeah, so yeah, that's gonna be a tough game. But Jacksonville at home, I have to go with Jacksonville get a 3.5 if I was gonna bet on that game. And then you got the Giants, and then you got Washington. You got the Giants and you got Washington. And, this is a rivalry game. Both of them in our Dallas division. And they're giving Washington 6. And so, Wilson's going to play. He's going to play in that game. Wilson's going to play in that game. And so, I get the Giants a fair shot. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. So I would take the 6. I'll take the 6 with the Giants. And see how they do. And then you got the Browns, Cincinnati. Now we all know Cincinnati, man. Cincinnati always start out slow. They always start out the season slow. Let me see the comments. So I say I'll get the comments in a second, but let me see what you're talking about. Hey, how you doing? What's up? I'm going through these NFL picks. Real quick. Then I get to the comments. Give me a second. But like I said, if you're interested, I'll go put your picks down. And I'm doing the picks by the sports line. So I'm reading out the lines. I'm giving you the lines, and then you can put your picks down in the comment section below it. And at the end of this season, I'll give you a cash prize to see who has the most picks right. But Cincinnati and the Browns, I don't know why they're giving Cincinnati 5 points, because 5 points is a lot of points. Especially with a rivalry team and given Cincinnati's history. And the way they start, I have to take the points. I have to take the points to the Browns. Flacco's not a slouch. He's won a Super Bowl. He's an all right quarterback. So even though it's on a cruddy team, but they have a pretty good defense. So I would take the Browns with the 5 points. And then you got the Raiders. You got the Raiders in New England. But the Raiders got that new running back. But that coach over there in New England, I really like that coach, and I think he's gonna have them boys ready to play. So 2.5 is not really a lot. So and I go with the home team. I go with New England at home and give away the 2 points. So then we got Saints. We got the Saints -6. Oh, Saints and the Rams. They got the Saints +6. Yeah, the Saints don't have a quarterback at all. So I give up the 6 and take the other team. I don't have no faith at all in the Saints. So then you got Atlanta and Tampa. Baker's been looking pretty good with Tampa, and Tampa got a stick on defense. So the quarterback is fairly new in Atlanta, but it's a rivalry game. It's starting to rain. It's a rivalry game, but I still like Tampa in that game. So I give it the 1.5 and take Tampa. Then you got the Titans and the Broncos. You know which card's going to start. He's going to start in that game. Cam Ward, you know. But they got the Broncos favored by 9. Now Broncos had a good team. They had a good team. You know, they put up a lot of points on a lot of people, but I don't know. 9 points is too many points to give up in an NFL game. I think maybe in college, but in the NFL, I don't like that line. I don't like that line at all. So give me the Titans. Give me the 9. I'll take the 9 points in that game. So then we got the 49ers. The 49ers and the Seahawks. Now, these two teams, they always play each other tough. They always come down to the wire, and you know that coach in San Francisco, he's gonna always have those boys ready. But you see, the line is only 1.5, and they got 49ers favored in that game. So, you know, I think they're gonna split. So I have to go with Seattle at home. You know, with the 13th man. Go with them at home, and then maybe when the 49ers play them, when they go back home, they'll play them and they beat them. They split. So I go with the Hawks and take the 1.5 point. Then you got Green Bay. Then we got Green Bay. I don't know why Jerry did that, but hey man, you see, I can't. I'm not gonna get rid of it. I'm not gonna throw it away. So, but you see the jersey I got on. But anyway, they got Green Bay favored by 2. And but they say something's wrong with his back. But if he plays, and I gotta assume he's gonna play because he say he practiced and everything. I gotta assume he's gonna play. So I'm gonna take Green Bay with that defense they got. Even though Detroit has a good team too, but at home at Lambeau Field, I have to go with Green Bay. The Texans and the Rams. They got the Rams favored by 3. Man, I'll take the punch with the Texans. I go with the Texans in that game. You know, I go with the Texans in that game because the Rams, even though the Rams are good, you know, Texans got a good defense too, and they can score too. I think the defense is better. It's better than the Rams defense. But you know, like I said, I don't know to make these picks. You know, you can like I say, push yours down. It's all in fine. Push yours down. The comment below. And we'll see who has a better record at the end of the season. It's all in fun, but yeah. Then we got 8:00 game Sunday night. We got the Ravens and the Bills. Man, you know what you call it? Didn't play it when they played in the playoffs. Flowers didn't play in that game. So I think Lamar gonna make a statement. He gonna go in there ready to play. So I'm gonna go with my hometown Pompano, South Florida native, Lamar Jackson. So I'm gonna go with the Ravens in that game, even though I like this Josh Allen as well. Then we got the Vikings and the Bears. It's -1 on Monday night. I have to go. No, they got the Bears favored by 1, but I like the Vikings in that game. So give me the 1 point. And last but not least, what y'all are waiting for, the Eagles and I say the best for last. We got the Cowboys and the Eagles on tomorrow night, and they got the Eagles favored by 9 points against Dallas. Now I talked to my uncle the other day, a couple days ago, and I told him that I can give Dallas a shot. After thinking about it, you know, Dallas can score. Dallas can score with anybody. So I would take the 9. I would take the 9 points and ride with my team because even though they can't probably stop people from scoring, they can score as well. So they got a good offensive score as well. So 9 points is a lot in an NFL game. Plus it's a rivalry game. You're gonna get them 9 points. So give me the 9, and we'll see how we do. So what y'all got down here? What we talking about? What we talking about? Cowgirls, Saudi beard. That's a funny one. It's gonna be more salt of my beard than I already got. That's funny. I like that. That's pretty good. But hey, we're gonna see. It remains to be seen. Like that's why they play the game. You know, regardless of my hopes aren't built up. So I already had in my mind and my heart that you know the season. You know they're not gonna do that well this season. So. You know, like I said, build your hopes on things eternal. So my hopes aren't really up here. You know, my hopes are kind of down here. So if my hopes are down here, so if they go up here, then you know, I got Dallas. I believe they win more than what the Lions said they're gonna win. What is it, 8 points? 8 points, something like that. 8.5. I think they win more than 8.5 games. But when I looked at the other the Giants. They got the Giants picked to win 5 games. That's a good thing if you want to bet on the Giants, like a Giants fan. If I was a Giants fan, I would take that. I think they win more than 5 games, especially with Russell Wilson at a quarterback. But that remains to be seen. So, like I said, for those that are interested, you watch this video now or later or whenever, post your comments, post your picks. Post your picks and post your favorite team. Football season starting tomorrow night. Like I said, every week going forward. Because like I said, the sports guy, I followed the sports guy for years, and I found out. I went to this page the other day. I found out he charges people now to and I haven't looked at the channel for a while, so I was like, wow, he started charging people to but he always did well. He always did well. Back then we had a local sports book, but now here in Florida they have a what's called now they got everything is legalized. Back then it wasn't legal, so if things weren't legal, they tend to have a lot of different sports books, but now most of those sports books are closed down because here in Florida now it's legal, so people can go to the casino or they can go on the app and not worry about standing in line a place getting raided or anything like that. So what remains to be seen, and I'm kind of happy that the season's back because a lot of people get people things to talk about, get things people to watch. So we'll see. Like I say, Parsons. I'm glad he got his money. The things can work out. They didn't work out. It's business. Regardless of what happens, that's his company. So if he feels like you want to trade him away and get rid of him, then I'm just a fan. All I'm doing is watch. I don't have no input or say. I'm not a majority stockholder. I don't own any stock in the Cowboys. So, I wish I did. I wish you could purchase some. But I actually looked to see if they had an affiliate program, and they do, but not they don't. But NFL Shop does. So that's something. If you're interested in that, you can look into that. Sports NFL Shop. They have an affiliate program. So if you like whatever team you like, or you like just like the sell NFL stuff, then that's a good little thing for you to do. But anyhow, thanks for watching. Like I said, if you're interested, post your comments in the comment section below, and we'll see who like I said, if you didn't see what I picked, go back and watch the video over again, and you can see all the picks that I made. But the best, if I had to pick one team, and if I was gonna do something, if I had to go with one team, I probably would go with the 9 points for Dallas or the over, one or the other. The over on the Dallas game or the Dolphins game. That's a good game too. The Dolphins game, because that's a pick game. And I think the Dolphins got a better squad, better quarterback. So, and plus Tyreek Hill, he's gonna want to light him up because like I say, he left that last game. The last game he played, he left out, and he caught a lot of flack from that. They didn't even make him a captain of the team. They didn't even make the man a captain of the football team. So doing that, we're gonna see if he what's gonna happen, what they're gonna do. So anyhow, that's pretty much all I got. So what is this? I gotta cut that on from now when I go live, because people tend to call when I'm live, and it messes up the live. But anyhow, no more comments. Oh, welcome from Brazil. Cowboys the fruitiest team in the NFL. That's funny. Cowboys are the fruitiest team in the NFL, but Cowboys are the richest team too in sports. So when you say that, when you say stuff like that, you got to add that part in it too, because that's part of something too. Because for me, for me, like if I was an owner or I own some shares in the company, I want to make money. Obviously you want to win. You want to win too, but the money is the most important thing. Well, yeah, you want your team to make money, and you want to win. You want to win, but you want to make money too. So they can be like you say what you say, the fruitiest team. They can be the fruitiest team, but I'm sure the owner's happy. They're the richest team in sports. So and they're the most talked about. So how can you lose? But anyway, y'all be safe, y'all be blessed. Like I always say, tell somebody love because you never know when you're gonna go, you never know when they're gonna go. Kiss the ones you love. You never know when you can kiss them again. Y'all be safe, y'all be blessed. And I be seeing you. Make sure if you're interested, go back, make your picks. And I'm out. Peace.